Well, good morning, guys. Sorry for hat here. I just had a hat on. Um, Today is actually astrologically. I posted on my Facebook. Today is astrologically Samhain when the sun, or I think it's the sun or the moon, is in 7 degrees Scorpio. Um, the only reason why I know that I'm not an astrologer, I just see Silver Ravenwolf's post um, a couple days ago, and I looked into my Witch's Date book, um, and I find it. Sorry, I have to get comfortable. I'm at work. Um, I don't open for another hour, so I wanted to make a quick video. And I find it interesting that our calendar today is off in some aspects of our Sabbats or what they're dated for. Usually in the October 31st, November 1st is All Hallows Eve and Samhain night, All Souls Day. But technically the planets don't align for that day until the sun or the moon is in 7 degrees Scorpio for Samhain. I can't remember the exact degrees for the other, for Beltane, for Imbolc, and for Lunasa. I can't remember, but those days do vary as well. Um, if you are on my Facebook, last night, nothing bad happened or anything. I just felt super. I love this time of year because when I get home, it's foggy. Um, or when I wake up early in the morning, it's foggy, and for me, fog just brings in a sense of mystery and magic. Um, but last night it was foggy, and I was able to sit out on my porch without the little fucking bloodsuckers um, messing with me for about an hour. Um, and then after I had my neighbor scream for some weird reason, trailer park madness. Um, she after she screamed, that's when I started getting attacked by mosquitoes because it jolted me out of what I was doing. I did a little bit of work, did some magic outside without tools. I saw Ava's House of Spirits um, video yesterday about doing magic without the use of tools, and I thought that was kind of cool. And I think I do it all the time. It's just I don't recognize it as magic, or I don't. It's second nature to me. But last night I did. I erected a barrier for the house since it is Samhain. I really don't want anything creepy or crawly or anything of ill intent coming into my property or to my sanctuary, um, either while I'm gone or while I'm there and doing magic. I want it protected. Um, I had them and I charged them to dissipate when Samhain is over, which is tomorrow. And then I will go out, since I'm off tomorrow, which is awesome. I will go out and I will erect another barrier for the full moon until the full moon. Um, and then I'll keep it up throughout the year. Then I'll work on some other stuff as well. Um, I don't really know where I was going with this video or where I'm going. I just wanted to basically chit chat um, and do a little bit of rambling of what I've experienced and things like that. Um, I have. I don't think I've read anything or reading anything new. I put down my new books and I've gone back to what's that guy's name? The sorcerer. Ember Honey even talked about him. Um, Jason Miller. Jason Miller. Yeah, I have two of his books. I have the Sorcerer's Handbook and I have the Protection Reversal Magic, which is a fantastic book on protection magic. It's amazing, but it doesn't really have folk magic charms. It's more of not really ceremonial magic either. It's a mix of in between, because he has charms, folk magic charms in there, but he also has a lot of stuff that are considered high magic, like spirit traps, and calling forth spirits. But mostly the book is working with the goddess Hecate, in defending yourself, your property, and banishing or counteracting any curse or any magic that is in place upon you. It's a fantastic book, and I do recommend it. It's called, like I said, Protection and Universal Magic by Jason Miller. Fantastic book. I've been reading that, and I'm almost done with it. And when I get to that, I'll continue my Ascension magic for my magical studies. Um, I haven't got far in that because just due to the fact that it's basically telling you different where the idea of ascension. I'm at the part where they tell you where the idea of ascension and what ascension means to different cultures. And I find it super fascinating. It's super fascinating, but it's a lot to go through. And unfortunately, only have time to read right before I go to bed. So this is just hardly something for me to read. Um, and be able to stay awake for and pay attention. It doesn't draw me in. I haven't got to the juicy bits yet of a book, if you know what I mean. Um, so yeah, that was totally something else I wanted to talk about this morning. Hmm. Okay. Also, last night I post a lot on Facebook. If you don't already have me on Facebook, I post a lot on Facebook. People who do know me, they know I post a lot on Facebook. But last night, I do believe in signs, especially when it comes to animals acting weird or animals showing up out of nowhere where they shouldn't really be. Last night when I was working here at Shaman's, um, I was gonna go move my car, or I moved my car. I park back a spot so people can come in and park in front of the store. But at night, I move my car forward, so when I lock down, I just have to walk to my car. I don't have a long walk to my car. I can just walk off the sidewalk, and there's my car, and I can drive off. It's a safety thing. Our boss said to do that because we've had some incidences in the past that, you know, been kind of shady. So I did that, and I noticed there was this little thing on my windshield, which I got out of my car. I drove up to the parking spot where I was going to. I drove really slow because I didn't want it to fly off because it looked like it was something interesting. And I got to my parking spot, and I got out, and I looked, and it was a little frog sitting on my car in the middle of a parking lot where there's no pond, no river, no water. It wasn't going to rain. It was just sitting on my car, just my car. I looked around at other cars, and there wasn't a frog in sight. It was weird. A little tiny tree frog. It was green, dark green in color, kind of like the color of this green, if I can get it, this green right here. You know, the reverse camera kind of threw me off. Um, but just sitting on my car, my windshield, and then I went to go move it. I scooted it up, and I got it in my hand, and then I took it down, and I let it on the ground. And then I came back inside, and I figured that was a sign because it was on my car. So I did some research, and I figured out, and I knew what the frog's medicine is. In Native American culture, at least from what I studied, just from what I studied, out of books and cards and researching on different spirit animals, the medicine of the frog is that of cleansing. Um, and so I took that I needed to do a lot of cleansing work on myself, on my house, and possibly my car. I have to clean out my car, so maybe that's probably my car. But it's a song of cleansing. When you hear frogs, it's said when you hear frogs cry or croak during frogs sing during the day, rain is coming. So that's cleansing nature in and of itself. Um, but the weird thing is, an hour have gone by after work, after I parked in my car, and it was about time for me to close up. Maybe like 30 minutes till 8. And I went back outside again to see if he was, just to feel the air. It was beautiful outside. Just to go outside and get a breath of fresh air. And I looked to where I dropped him off, and he was still sitting there. Sitting right there in the parking lot. So I walked over to him, and then he hopped away, and he went away. But he was sitting there for an entire hour in a empty parking space right beside my car. So went home and I did some research again. And tomorrow, when I have some time off, or this afternoon, I don't know when, I need to do some cleansing work on myself and I think on my property and my house and my car. I know I definitely need to clean my car out, so that'll probably be some of the cleansing work I do is just clean my car out because my car's a mess. Yeah. Um, Other than that, like I said, the energies of Samhain is in full force today. The veil is thin, um, so you probably will. At least I know I did. I have. Since your loved ones, your ancestors, more prevalent than on the Halloween or on Samhain of the 31st. Um, I had a dream of my uncle who passed when I was in, I think, early high school or late middle school. I think it was early high school. He passed away from a heart attack. He was a land surveyor. He had many jobs. He was a land surveyor and a pizza delivery guy. So he was surveying some land, and he said he didn't feel good. He felt weird, and all of a sudden he collapsed, and he died in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. He had a heart attack. He was a smoker. He didn't eat the best of things, but he wasn't big. He was built for his size, because he was always on the go. Um, but in my dream, I was here at Shaman's, and next door, which is also my boss's shop, it's Realms Fantasy Games. They ordered pizza for both of them, and he ordered a small pizza for me because he knew I was here by myself, and I told him I was hungry, which my boss sometimes does out of the kindness. He does order, he does get us food, or get us things if we're in need. He is a really cool boss. I'm not gonna, you know, he has his times. Bosses do have their times, but all my boss is really cool, and um, he's a very awesome guy. So my boss, he ordered us food, and the delivery driver was my uncle. I saw him in his old red Honda hatchback pull up, and he got out of the car, and he brought us our pizza, and he came inside. He's like, "This is a really cool place, bro. Really cool place, Houston." And that's when I woke up. Sorry, I didn't think I would be hit this bad emotionally, but then I got the feeling that he really approved of what I was doing, that I was in the right place, that I don't need to stress anymore about finding a new job, because I did get a raise about a month ago, and it has been helping me out a lot. But just to have my uncle tell me, I'm sorry guys, that he liked my place. He wasn't a smoker. He was a DJ. He's a professional DJ. He owned a record store at one time. And when that went under, he went to do many other odd ends jobs to make ends meet for his family. But he loved music, and that's the reason why my dad loves music. It was my dad's oldest brother. My dad has all of his records, which range from anything. I think we have hard rock, R&B, beach music, Christian music, world music, everything we have out in records, vinyl, stored in a climate-controlled storage on my dad's property. And my dad has some in his closet. And my dad still has a turntable that he listens to every now and then. But yeah, I wanted to share you guys as my experience and my dreams. Also, just so I don't forget, I'm really bad at writing my dreams down. And when I woke up at 5 something this morning, I wasn't crying, I was happy. I didn't feel like it was a sad moment. I felt that he was happy, if that makes any sense. So, yeah. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Um, with this, I am going to um, go ahead and sign off for the day. Um, I may do a video tomorrow because I kind of like the idea of doing videos daily um, or every couple of days. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Um, and I apologize for getting emotional. But I will see you guys later. Many blessings.